What's up guys, CamoSquid here, welcome back to another video. As you know, I recently showed you how to disassemble and reassemble the 2x2x3 Rubik's Cube, and as you can see from the title and from this, that we are doing the same thing with the 4x4. Now, the 4x4, okay, well first let me tell you a story. A couple weeks ago, I attempted to do this video, so this is actually my second time creating this video, but I gotta be honest with you, I forgot how to reassemble it for like at least half an hour, and then I realized that, oh right, that's, yeah. I'll tell you more about that once we get into this, but make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you never miss out when I upload new videos. Make sure you like if you enjoy this type of content, and if you want to see more, leave comments down below of questions for my Q&A and dares for my dares, and also any suggestions for video ideas. I've got some on a list, but any suggestions, I will take them. I will most likely do them if I can. And with that being said, let's get into this. So it's very similar to the 3x3 in the sense of disassembling, whereas like this, you would turn it 45 degrees and pull the edge out. The 4x4 is very similar. Spin it 45 degrees and pull the two edges out because they essentially act as one edge. And you'll notice that you'll get two edges, one facing one way, the other facing the other way, like that, and you'll get one of these. You'll have one of these for every single edge pair. So what you want to do from there is just disassemble it. Whether you're gonna do part of it to clean it or something, or if you're doing the entire thing, or maybe it just completely broke and you need to now figure out how to disassemble it. So I'm going to sort these all out and I'll be right back. Okay, now before we get into this, I highly recommend don't do this for fun. Trust me, you do not want to consider this fun. If your cube falls apart, okay. If your cube is working just fine, I highly recommend you do not take it apart. Although, because there are people who will, that is the reason I'm making this video. Whether by accident or on purpose, there are people, and hey, you might be one of them, who takes your cube apart and doesn't know how to put it back together. I also want to say, I do not want to do this, but let me know in the comments if you want me to show you how to disassemble and reassemble the 5x5. It may take a while if that is what the majority wants, but it's up to you. Anyways, let's get into this. You'll notice there's 22 of these, 4 centers of each color, 6 colors, resulting in 24 centers total. Same with the edges, there's 24 total, 12 of each pair, and I say pair, that is a red and green pair. There's 1, and there's 12 total. There's 12 total, 2 of each, one facing left, the other facing right. There are 8 corners, of course, that makes sense. I don't know if I said it, but there's 12 of these. What you'll notice is on here, you'll have 5 centers completely square, and then a 5th bigger one, which has essentially 2 of these on the side of it. There's a reason for that. Now, to start assembling the cube, I recommend starting from the side that is the bigger center, just because it's easier to turn it so that it lines up with the other one. Obviously, it doesn't matter which one you do. They're all the same at this moment. Take one of these and put it on the opposite side, so it'll be like that. And you're gonna do the same thing for the other side of that bigger one. Put that right in here. You'll notice that there's these like notches in there. That's where you want to put this. Right in there, just like that. Just like that. Now, in between there, in between these two things, you'll take one of each, or one of these, and slide it in between each of those. Just like just like so. What you'll notice is that it's very tight. It's not going to turn very easily now, and that's a good thing. So do the same thing with the other one. Slide it in there. Now we're going to, it'll get a little bit harder from here, but we're going to do the same thing we did here on the other two. So put one of these in. Put one of these in. It's very important that you hold these together, because it will get very frustrating if you don't. Trust me, I've done this multiple times, and it takes a long time. Be patient. Take another one, slide it between the two. Now this one you'll have to hold, this one you won't because it's got the notch. If it's easier, put this in and then slide in the smaller piece. Keep in mind you're working with small spaces, so be very careful. But once you get it in, you'll be relieved because once again, it's tight and it won't spin. Now you do the same thing for the last one. Flat if you need to. Do whatever you need to do. Make sure that piece stays in place until you can get it tight. That part is over. There will be more parts like this in the future. Just not currently, right now. Now, what you'll want to do the centers. And remember, if you don't keep it tight, it will fall apart, as you just saw. Keep everything aligned, and you should be smooth sailing. And I highly recommend never taking a cube apart just for the fun of it. Of course, if you got a lot of time on your hands and you enjoy building stuff, by all means, go right ahead, but personally, I do not recommend it. I've done it enough times to know I do not want to do it. But for the sake of information, I'm doing it for you guys. Now, with the centers, pretty much just gonna set them on for now. Can't really do much. Make sure when you put them on, you'll notice, you look at it, you'll notice there's one piece in the corner. We can move it over here. There we go. One piece in the corner that goes. Make sure that piece goes on the inside. The last one in, and there we go. Now we have a center. Make sure you hold these tight. Now, on either side of this piece, you want to grab the edge corresponding to that center. So we'll do white. It doesn't matter the other one. So put whichever one matches up, that's the side you're gonna put. So this one curves that way. I'm gonna match it with the right, or with the white. And the other one curves that way, so I'm not going to put this one over on this side. I'm going to put this one right here. Maybe best if you put it flat on a table or hold it flat. I'm actually going to do that. Just set it down. It's much easier. Once you get through the first two layers, it will be much easier to hold it. It's not entirely stable until then. But anyways, remember the color scheme. Use your 3x3 if you have to. But this one's red, so I know that orange is going to go on this side. And being from America, when I look at a cube, I like to remember red, white, and blue. It goes clockwise, red, white, blue. So on the 4x4, I'm going to remember that. Red, the bottom is white, so blue will be this one. So I'm going to take the white and blue edge and put it on this side. So you're going to do that for all 4 edges and then just put the corresponding corners in. Do not pick up your cube if you set it down. That is the last thing you want to do. So I know that blue is opposite of green, so I need to find the white and green edge, which is, yes, there it is. White and green edge goes right on here. If you have it sitting on a flat surface, they should just sit there. If not, you better have very steady hands. Now put the 4 corners in. You can of course use any color you want for the bottom layer. Obviously up to you with your cube. I just did white because honestly that's the color that I grabbed. Alright, now we're still not done, so don't pick it up yet. Now you want to do the centers for the 4 colors: red, blue, orange, and green. I'm going to do that, and you only need 2 for right now. You're just setting them in. Nothing will be tight yet. You just set them in there. Make sure that when you have it, you have a smaller piece pointing to the inside, so it's laid out like this. We have those centers. Now we want to do those 4 edges that are right there. So this is green and white, or I'm sorry, green and red. Right there, just put 1 in for now. Make sure the thing is facing up. Color scheme will help you with that, but green and orange. We're still not solid yet, so don't pick it up. Start to notice it's a little bit solid, not entirely. You can hear it rattling around in there. Now you'll take 2 of these and 1 of these, just like we did on the centerpiece. Slide this in. Should have a nice spot for it. Keep it flat with the core. And with this piece, slide it right next to it. And with this piece, making it tight, put it next to the other piece of the core. That should make it tighter a little bit on that side. May be difficult to get the last piece in, but once you do, it'll be fine. Just have to make sure everything's aligned properly and you're good to go. Now I've said this multiple times, but I highly recommend you do not do this for fun. Now once you do that, you want to put it on the remaining 3 edges. Start to notice it getting a little stabler, but it's not completely stable yet. Keep putting these in. Don't give up. This is one of the easiest parts right here. Notice I said one of the easiest parts. It gets easier, so don't give up hope. Fit nicely because it's designed to. So if something's not right, go back in the video, figure out what you did wrong, and fix it. You want to fix errors as soon as you notice them. Alright, now it's much stabler. You can pick it up, move it around, bounce it around. You can still hear it rattling, so it's not entirely stable. Like if you do that, it's going to come apart. So don't do that. That's one of the things you don't do. See, that's what you don't do, because now I have a problem and I don't know what the problem is. So it's right here. Never mind. As much as I despise doing this, I'm not going to give up, because giving up leads to failure. Failure is not good. Now, if it's easier for you when you're putting these pieces in, if you want to do this piece and then the smaller pieces, that's obviously up to you. Whatever makes it easier for you. I'm not going to do that again. Now we want to get next layer. So do the remaining edges for these 4 colors and then centers. I almost forgot. Make sure you put this in each time. We've got the edge there. Put the center in. And sure each time for the center, you put 1 of these pieces at that core. Flat, just like this. Just lay it flat. Fit perfectly because it's designed to go there. longer stable for this layer, so don't pick it up. Nearly there. Just have one more layer to go. Once you put that last one in, it'll be more stable. Don't turn it or anything yet. We're not done yet. So now we have the remaining layer. Just like before, put this piece and put this piece. You already have that one in there. You just need one of each of these now. Put it on one of the centers. Probably easier if you put the small piece in first, which I did not do. We're gonna do that for all four. Drop any of these small pieces in because it can be a pain to get out, especially if you have to pick it up and dump it. That is the absolute most annoying thing ever, in my opinion, especially these small pieces that actually fit down inside. Aside from the fact that I highly recommend you don't take apart your cube, I also highly recommend that you do this at a table and make sure you're sitting down, because I am on the floor and my feet are going numb because of the position I'm in. So sit at a table and use a chair. Last part, this last layer is probably the easiest part. What you want to do, get your edges, put one in, and then the other. Put in a corner. You might want to do the corner and then the edge, if that's easier. Although it's completely up to you. Don't worry about the center just yet. We will get to there. Don't do this. Definitely do not do this. That is why it's very important to pay attention to what piece you're putting in and which way it has to be put in. Do not, whatever you do not do that. Now we can put this piece in. Put the corner in. In. Once again, don't worry about the center yet. Put the wrong edge in either. Be very careful when you're picking your cube up, if you pick your cube up. You improperly put a piece in, it's almost like pulling a tooth. You just gotta keep wiggling and just pull it out. Edges might be difficult to put in, but you just, once again, just wiggle them in. Everything else should be secure, so you don't have to worry about much. And now, probably the easiest part of the entire process, the final four centers. Make sure you have them properly positioned or properly oriented, and you quite simply just push it in. Not this hard. If you look in there, you might have the smaller pieces in incorrectly. Just slide them over with your finger. These will go in. Designed to go in. They're actually designed to go in this way. Once you have them in, you will be relieved, and most likely you'll never want to take your cube apart again. Move it around, make sure everything's solid. It should be solid if it looks like a flat cube, but just make sure everything's good, nothing's locked up. If it's put together correctly, you would know if it was incorrect. That being said, I will stop wasting your time. Enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to subscribe with notifications on to join the Squid Army so you never miss out when I upload new videos. Leave comments with questions, with dares, with suggestions. Slap a huge like on the video until it turns blue. We want to go for the blue because blue. Anyways, that's about it, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe and join the Squid Army today so you never miss out when I upload new videos. Speaking of which, here's my most recent video. Check it out now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.